Hi guys, BreakingSeventy9 here, and this, as you can see, is a review of the recent KO version of Weirdwolf, who obviously is a headmaster from 1987. This is the Chinese knockoff, or reissue as some places will describe it. These guys are starting to appear on eBay and iOffer. Around about the £45 mark. I picked one up on an eBay auction for less than that. I won't say how much I got it for, but it was less than that. I thought I would do a video review of this guy in case you were thinking about picking one up. So, well, is it any good? Is it worth getting? It's obviously cheaper than an original G1 figure in the box, but is it worth the price? First things first, I have taken him out of the box. He does come, well, this guy did come sealed on the backing card, but it was sealed in the loosest sense of the word. It was actually just stapled to the backing card, so you can't really say it was sealed. I've got previous Chinese knockoff versions of G1 stuff, and it just comes. It doesn't come attached to the card. It's separate, so you could glue it in place if you wanted to, but it doesn't seem much point as it's not really obviously an original figure. So at least you can get in and out of it. I'm going to go through have a look at the box first of all. So when I do that, Monzo is just going to, the headmaster is going to fly all over the place because he's not really in place. So anyway, the box itself, well, from a distance it is very reminiscent of the original G1 box. They've done a nice job on the artwork itself. However, the application of this is basically one big sticker that's been stuck to the card, and the application of it is a little bit poor in places. I don't know if you can see, but it has like, bubbled up a little bit there, and also down here as well. It is raised. Going round to the side, you notice that this box is slightly bent and battered. That'll be because the eBay seller I bought it from decided that he would package it extremely badly, which resulted in it. We basically folded it into the box. As a result, it's a little bit, obviously these reissues, the boxes are in nice condition. This one's still fine. I will still just keep it like this, but it shouldn't be bent like that. Anyway, on the back, again, it's raised. You probably can't see it on the camera, but this is raised up from the card, so the sticker hasn't been properly applied. Other things that stand it out, I don't think, I haven't got the original G1 box to compare to, but I don't think the typeface that was silver. I think it was black originally. But other than that, it's pretty good. It still looks nice, but obviously this particular example, whether that's the same with all the Weirdwolves, it's not as nice as it could be. Also, the plastic front bit has come away from the box. So that's the box. That's boxes go. Still looks nice and retro, nice G1 box, but it could be a little bit better. So we'll go ahead and open it up. Inside, you've got instructions. I'm not going to get the instructions out, but they are pretty spot on for the original instructions. And you also got stickers there, which are comparable in quality to retro labels. They're not bad at all. They're not, obviously not exactly like the originals, but they are pretty damn near as you can be. And it also comes with a rub sign which you can apply yourself, and I've already done that. So we'll go ahead and we'll get this guy out of the box. Okay, so here he is out of the box. Again, from a distance, he looks pretty representative of Weirdwolf. Obviously, he's as near as damn it. But there are a couple of noticeable things that will mark this out as a knockoff when you are, if someone's trying to pass it off as an original. First thing is the paint apps on the eyes. The camera's not the best, but the eye doesn't fill the whole of the the eye, the red is a little bit too small, so that's just a poor paint app. At least it stays within the boundaries. I mean, obviously with some G1 figures that are knocked off, their paint apps are appalling, but the eyes are slightly smaller than they should be. The other thing is the blue plastic. There are a lot of mould lines and mould. I don't know what you'd say. Sort of imperfections in the mould. You can see them here, where this has obviously been 2 bits of plastic put together, and this has been sort of the sprue from the plastic, and that's been sort of sheared off when they've made the guy. The nature of the plastic to do it a little bit cheaper, I suppose. It's not so noticeable on the yellow and the white. The white looks really nice, the grey, but it is noticeable on the blue. But it's nothing too major. But yeah, wolf mode, exactly the same as the original Weirdwolf. Mouth moves, nice articulation on the legs for a G1 toy. Let's go back as well. Joints are really stiff, but that's that's good. It's obviously what you want. And Monzo as well is pretty cool. But again, you're going to see it with the sort of imperfections there on the blue. But you've got to live with that, really. You're not buying an original figure, but just bear in mind, obviously, that if you are picking one of these up and you think it's an original, make sure that it's not one of these. So let's go ahead and transform into robot mode, and I'll just show you a couple of other things that I noticed. Okay, one second. But the Weirdwolf face sculpt is the same as the original. There's no difference in that. I think originally they were going to do something weird with his eyes, but they've kind of left them as they were. But that you can. I can imagine some people trying to flog these on eBay as originals, but you could easily spot that they're not. And the reason for that is, if you're familiar with headmasters, obviously that fits into Weirdwolf and Robot mode, and these become like a tech spec readout. These stubs here, and you'll see they're all the same size, which obviously in the original they were different, because it gives them a stat readout, and when you see that in a minute, you'll see that all these stats are the same, which marks this out. It's the best way to mark it, the easiest way to spot this as a knockoff. So I'll go ahead and transform into robot mode. I won't go through the transformation. You know how Weirdwolf transforms. Actually, what the heck, that's going to do, it's not going to take long, is it? Right, let's take his tail out. G1 figures aren't exactly the most difficult to transform, are they? So let's go ahead and pop them into robot mode. Obviously I've not applied the stickers yet. I will do, but I haven't done it yet. I think you can see the figure a little bit better without the stickers on for now. I'll put his head on last because there's something I need to show you about that. Weapons fit in the hands nicely. Some other G1 KOs, that's not the case. I did have a sludge KO, and his gun would not fit in his hand, which was really helpful. Okay, so the head pops on here. Now the spring keeps it in place is very loose and very temperamental. So a little knock and it'll head will pop out. So let's look. Boom! Off it goes like a little robotic toaster. That's not the case in original G1 Headmasters. So just it sits there fine. You can go for a little walk. He's fine. But it's obviously a lot more temperamental than you would expect on the original figure. So the stat readout I was talking about a minute ago. Let's have a look. Okay, so you see that 4s across the board. It'd be quite useless if that was the case, but obviously with the original figure they were different. So that's the best way, if you've got one of these in hand, to tell whether it's a KO. Well, whether Monzo is a KO. So yeah. What else about this guy? I'd say the joints are nice and stiff. He's got little missile pods as well. Forgot to do those, which he had in the original figure. It's nice. What you find with Weirdwolf figures, original ones, is the joints get really loose on this back bit here. and this won't stay in place. And he does have difficulty standing quite a lot of the time. So that's a good it's just really stiff. This is like a brand new toy, at the end of the day. So you've got, it's almost like having a new G1 figure, but not quite. Okay. Rub sign works. Yeah. Okay. So rail mode, not so bad. Just the head issue really. So yeah, negatives really. The blue plastic could have been a bit better. The head spring thing is a slight issue, and obviously with my one the box wasn't perfect, but that's the risk you take when you buy stuff from the source that it comes from. So is he worth getting? Well, I say around about £45 mark is what they're going for, including shipping at the moment on high offer. Is he worth that? If you can get one, if you like displaying your figures in a box, if you like G1 box, and you can get one in a nice box, I'd say he probably is, because obviously an original figure in this condition with a box of near mint box would be well in excess of £150–200. A quote unquote mint in box G1 figure, so with a relatively beat up box but complete and toys not too bad, you'd be looking at about £100, possibly a bit less. And a loose complete one of these is around about £55–60. So £55–60 for a loose one versus £40–45 for this knockoff. So you have to decide really whether you want to take a bit of a saving. Now there are them going on eBay and auctions, and you can pick them up for less. To say I got mine for less, so I'll tell you how much I got for £33, including shipping. Which for that price I'd say is about right. I wasn't too happy that the box was all battered when it got here, and I've sort of raised some issues about that, but had the box been as it should have been, I think £33 is a good price for this guy. I have had a Weirdwolf in the past, and I have reviewed one previously, but they are very, very susceptible. The original toys are susceptible, I can put my teeth in, to very loose joints and yellowing. So if you don't mind not owning an original figure, and you can get over the fact that it is a knockoff, because it's not a reissue, despite what people will say, it is a knockoff, then I'd say it's worth getting for that price. Okay, the phone's ringing, so I shall sign off, and I'll see you next time guys. Alright, take it easy, bye for now.